I want to talk to you about life. It's just too difficult to be alive, isn't it? And try to function. There's all these people to deal with. I tried to buy a can of tuna fish in the supermarket, and there was this person standing right in front of where I wanted to reach out to get the tuna fish. And I waited a while to see if they'd move, and they didn't. I'm they were looking at the tuna fish too, but they were taking a long time about it, reading the ingredients on each can like it was a book. Pretty boring book, if you ask me, but nobody has.
I was in the supermarket the other day, about to buy some tuna fish, when I sensed this very disturbed presence right behind me. There was something about her look, her focus, that made it very clear to me that she was a disturbed person. So I thought, you should never look at a crazy person directly. So I thought, just keep looking at these tuna fish cans, pretending to be engrossed in whether in oil or water, and the person will then go away.
So I waited a long while and they didn't move. And I couldn't get to the tuna fish cans. And I thought about asking them to move, but then they seemed so stupid not to have sensed that I needed to get by them, that I had this awful fear that it would do no good at all to ask them. They'd probably say something like, "We'll move when we're goddamn ready, you nagging bitch." And then what would I do?
But instead, wham! She brought her fist down on top of my head and screamed, "Would you move, asshole?" Now, why did she do that? She hadn't even said, "Would you please move?" at some initial point. So I'd have known what the problem was. Admittedly, I don't always tell people what I want either. Like the people in the movie theater that keep talking. I just give up and resent them. But on the other hand, I don't take my fist and go wham on their heads.
And so then I started to cry out of frustration, quietly, so as not to disturb anyone. And even though I was softly sobbing, this stupid person still didn't grasp that I needed to get by them. And so I reached over with my fist and brought it down really hard on his head and screamed, "Would you kindly move, asshole?"
I mean, analyzing it, thinking of it in a positive light, this woman probably had some horrible life story that, kind of explained how she got to this point in time, hitting me in the supermarket. And perhaps if her life since birth had been explained to me, I could have made some sense out of her action, how she got there. But even with that knowledge, which I did not have, it was still my head she was hitting. And it's just so unfair. It made me want to never leave my apartment, ever, ever.
And so this person fell down to the ground, totally startled. And somewhere nearby, a child started to cry. And I could not imagine making use of the tuna fish now anyway. And so I shouted to the child to stop crying. I mean, it was bringing way too much attention to me. And I ran out of the supermarket and I thought, I'll take a taxi to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I need to be surrounded by culture right now, not tuna fish.
I'm the predominant source of energy in my life.
In the places in my body where pain lived previously. I let go of the pain from the past.
I let go of the pain from the present.
In the places in my body where pain lived previously, there is light and love and joy.
That was an affirmation.
That was an affirmation.